continuing with the React Native optimization series. So we were in the process of replacing Lottie with Rive. The result shows that Rive outperforms Lottie in all departments except graphics. The end user expects the app to run at 60 fps to enjoy a smooth user experience. If one has to do a trade-off between memory consumption and FPS, they might go with FPS, as most of the devices have enough memory to exercise the app needs. Benefits a reduced regression cycle while developing a feature and a happy user base. If you opt into a world without state machines, the developers will be implementing the logic in their code, and each time there is a change in the interactivity of the animation, devs will be required to rework their code. This is not a good user experience. Rive States Machine give designers the power to think as if they were coding and structure the state machine for an animation that will interact after being given a certain input. Now the developer can use that animation and implement the interactivity, firing the inputs on the animation and be done with it. If the animation needs to be changed with the same inputs, the dev only need to replace the animation source, and that's it. More info here. Almost 18.7% of people uninstall app due to storage issues. This hurts the company's ROI. Developers should always pay attention to reducing bundle size and storage utilized by their app. In a tweet by Rive CEO, the Lottie file was around 24.37 KB and the same Rive file was around 2 KB. At the end of the day, each KB saved adds up to a reduced app size. We also want to choose a library that best fulfills our need by providing a better developer experience, ease of API, and a smoother experience for the end user. Optimize your Java apps JavaScript bundle. Issue the Metro, the default JS bundle for React Native, produces a bundle that's too large. React Native's application logic is mostly located in the JavaScript code, which runs in the JavaScript engine, JavaScript core, or Hermes. But before loading JavaScript code into their app, it should be bundled, usually into a single JS file or sometimes to multiple files. React Native provides a for built-in tool for JavaScript code bundling called Metro Solution. Use external plugins or swap it with the third-party bundlers. Metro tricks in an entry file and various option and gives you a single JavaScript file that includes all your code and its dependency, also known as the JavaScript bundle. According to official docs, Metro speeds up bundles using a local cache of transform modules out of the box. Metro trades configurability for performance, whereas other bundles like Webpack are the other way around. So when your project need custom loader, use Symlinks or the proven Webpack configuration for bundling JavaScript and splitting app logic. There are few alternative bundlers that can be used in React Native and provide more configuration feature. Each of them have some benefits and limitations. Repack is a Webpack based tool to build your React Native application with full support of the web ecosystem of loaders, plugins, and support for various features like symlinks, alias, code splitting, etc. Repack is the successor to Hall, which served a similar purpose but balance a different set of trade-offs and developer experience. The ecosystem part of Webpack is crucial for many developers since it's the most popular bundle of the web, making the community behind loaders and plugin its key advantage. Thanks to that pluggability, it provides a way to improve the build process and Webpack's overall performance, at least for the part that are not connected to the internal module graph build and processing. Such parts would be example JavaScript and TypeScript transpilation or code minification. You can replace Babel transpiler and Tensor minifier with faster alternatives like ESBuild thanks to ESBuild loader or HWC with HWC loader. Another Webpack feature that helps our app achieve better performance is reducing the amount of code in the final bundle with tree shaking. Tree shaking is a dead code elimination technique done by analyzing the import and export statement in the source code and determining which code is usually used by the application. Webpack will then remove any unused code from the final bundle, resulting in a smaller and more efficient application. The code that's eligible for tree shaking needs to be written in ECMAScript modules, import and export statements, and marks itself as a side effect free through package.json side effects false calls. The very first issue on Metro's bundler GitHub is about Symlink support. It remains open today as there are various reasons Metro is blocked to introduce this functionality with the desired DX. There are various ways to mitigate that particular shortcoming, but they require extra configuration. Webpack, on the other hand, as virtually any other bundler and don't have this issue. Repack uses the Webpack bundler under the hood, so it provides Symlinks functionality out of the box, which could be invaluable from the developer experience point of view of some workflows like monorepos. Repack also offers the ability to use synchronized chunks to split your bundle into multiple files and load them on demand, which can improve initial loading time if you are using the JavaScript core engine. However, it won't provide that much value when used with Hermes, which leverages the memory mapping technique for dynamic reading only the necessary parts of the bundles bytecode directly from the RAM. But there's a twist to that. Webpack doesn't really care whether you load the dynamic chunk from the file system or remote hinge. It allows for dynamic loading that's never been in the app bundle in the first place directly from a remote server or CDN. Now this can help you with reducing not only the initial load time but also the precious app size. On top of that, Webpack 5 introduced the sup, introduced support for concept of module federation. Its functionality that allows for code splitting and sharing the split code parts or chunks between independent applications. It also helps distribute and independent teams to ship large application faster, giving them the freedom to choose any UI framework like they like and deploy independently while still sharing the same build infrastructure. Repack 3 supports this functionality out of the box. All this configuration flexibility affects the build process. Build speed up is a little bit longer than the default Metro bundler due to customization options. Also, the fast refresh functionality is limited compared to the Metro bundler. The hot module replacement and React refresh features requires the full application reloaded with Webpack and Repack, but they are supported by Metro if they don't need the huge customization that the Webpack ecosystem offers, or don't plan to split your app code. Then you may as well keep the default Metro bundler. React Native ES build. One of the many benefits of React Native ES build is fast builds. It uses the ES build bundler under the hood, which has huge improvements in bundling performance even without caching. It also provides some features like tree shaking and is much more configurable compared to the Metro bundler. ES build has its own ecosystem with plugins, custom transformers, and env variable. This loader is enabled by default for .ts, tsx, mts, and cts files, which mean ES build has built-in support for supporting for parsing TypeScript syntax and discarding the type annotation. However, ES build does not do any type of type checking, so you will need to run the type check in parallel with ESBuild to check type. This is not something ESBuild does itself, unfortunately. React Native ESBuild has some trade-offs, so it is very important to select the right bundler by paying attention to them as well. It doesn't support Hermes, which could be a crucial point for some projects, and it does not have fast refresh or hot module replacement, but this library supports live reload instead. RNXKT, an interesting extension to Metros, is Microsoft's RNX kit. It is a package with a huge variety of React Native development tools. It also has a custom bundler that works on top of Metro bundler, enhancing it. As you already know, Metro does not support Symlinks. RNX kit provides the ability to fully work with Symlinks. One more benefit compared to Metro is the tree shaking functionality out of the box. Metro supports TypeScript source file, but it only transpiles them to JavaScript. Metro does not do any type checking. RNXKit solves this problem through the configuration. You can enable type checking warning and errors from TypeScript appear on the console. Also, RNXKit provides duplicate dependencies and cyclic dependency detection out of the box. This could be very useful to reduce the size of the bundle, which leads to better performance and prevent cyclic dependency issues. Ship less JavaScript to users, save developers time when building. The choice of a bundle tool depends on the specific case. It is impossible to select only one bundler for all the apps. If you need custom optimization provided by the Webpack ecosystem or plan to split your app code, then we would suggest using Repack for its widely customizable configuration, huge amount of loaders, plugins maintained by the community, a lot of features like symlink, aliases, etc. compared to the other bundle tools. If Webpack ecosystem feels overhead, then it's better to stay with the default Metro bundler or try to use other bundler options like React Native ESBuild and RNXKit, which also provides some benefits like decreased build time using ESBuild under the hood, same links and TypeScript support out of the box. But be careful and always pay attention to the trade-offs that comes with a new bundling system. If you need help with performance stability, user experience, or other complex issues, contact us As a React Native core contributor and leaders of the community, we will be happy to help improve performance by using latest React Native features. So yeah, this we will look into the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.